One Extra.
So Bob Marley is playing in the background. We are in the area of Kiasha Park. And I'm here with the fireman himself.
Don't it?
Capleton.
Kuya when them see me with the fire. Kuya when me burn the vampire. Kuya when me burn the wabakaya them kuya. What another? That one that name. Come on everyone, well this is BBC time. Blazing days for you when the rain or shine. Yeah man, you don't know King Shango live and living.
Shango,
B.
go on.
Nah, tell you.
It's been a while that I've wanted to do a sit down with you and come and sit down in the yacht. You know, so I come around here differently, you know what I'm saying? But to do the BBC work, we've never made that link up, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And
it's
today,
it's a blessing. Yeah?
it's a blessing day, guys. I say Bob Marley's playing in the background.
Yeah, man,
We're taking in the vibes. It's Bob Marley's birthday.
Yeah, and later on, you know, we have a shell down the Bob Marley Museum. So it's a joy for me, you know what I mean? Perform, you know what I mean? You know, for the icon and, you know, the legend, you know what I mean? The king of reggae, you know what I mean?
It's Reggae Month in Jamaica. What does Bob Marley mean to you, Ken?
Bob Marley mean everything in terms of the culture and the message, you know what I mean? In terms of his majesty, in terms of Rastafari, you know, in terms of the struggle we go through as a people, in terms of the injustice, the inequality, the manipulation, the death without dignity, the exploitation, the racism, you name it, and it goes on and on, you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
How relevant is the fire? Because, you know, so the fire where Bob was burning back then was a different kind of fire.
There is no irrelevancy into the fire. The fire is always relevant, you know what I mean? Because remember, the fire addresses every issue, you know, and out there, you know what I mean, galactically on the globe, you know, the people have been oppressed and suppressed by the system systematically every day on an everyday basis, you know what I mean, on a daily basis, through, you know, the lifestyle and the liberty and the things that they go through to survive, you know what I mean, as a people and as a nation. You know what I mean? This is the music that, you know, tell the people to, you know what I mean, a greater day is ahead of you, keep your focus, you know what I mean, know what your goals are, reach out for them, obstacles and opposition and stumbling block and test and trial. You know, it is a part of the struggle, but, you know, we're not going to lose hope, we're not going to lose faith, we're not going to get discouraged, we're going to be courageous, you know, we're going to keep persistent and we're going to persevere and we're going to know it's all about tenacity, it's all about longevity, you know what I mean, it's all about life itself, it's all about love, you know, without love it can't happen, it's all about unity, you know what I mean, and unity is definitely strength, you know what I mean, so, you know, we give thanks to the music, you know, this is the music of love, this is the music of life, so, you know, big up the legend again, you don't know about Marley, you know what I mean, one of the great, you know what I mean, where come really set the foundation and leave the footprints and the sands of time, so the youth them can really see and, you know what I mean, and emulate and, you know, keep the fire burning and, you know what I mean, push the level to a different level, you know what I mean.
What you've been saying it for a little while. I've been a fan of Capleton's music from the early days
right?
of your, probably one of your first UK hits, number one, Pandeluka. Was that your first hit?
Yeah, man. No, well, BB Red was really my first hit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, God, I'm going to forget about them
BB
songs
Red,
there.
you know what I mean?
Exterminate Label. I was just with Remus, actually.
Yeah, the big up
Young
Fattest
Sayed,
World, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Hope his soul rest in peace, and R.I.P., you know what I mean? Exterminator, that's the label where make the world really know Capleton, you know what I mean? For real. We give thanks. Then, as we say, you know, starting out in the business is a struggle, you know, being around, you know, trying, you know, to get work and different sound system, try to get the mic to, you know what I mean, expose yourself and, you know, exercise, you know, with talent and everything. It was really a struggle going around, you know what I mean? And, you know, as a DJ within them time there, you know, your hope and your dream was, you know, to get a sound, you know what I mean, to be that top DJ, like how, you know, Lieutenant Stitch would be the top man for stereo and Papa San would be the top man for
Gemini. Creation. Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And you don't know. Then you have Black Star, you know what I mean? Then you have Metro Media, you know, so Peter Metro and Peter Metro would be the top man for Metro Media, you know what I mean? So at that time you'd really want to, you know, be an artist like that because, you know, more time you go dance and you try to get a piece, you know what I mean, and you will get a shoulder, you will get an elbow, you know what I mean? So it's not easy.
Was it hard to get in?
Definitely hard. Them nowadays youth I don't know, you know what I mean? We bleach a studio gate morning, noon and night. More time we didn't get a chance to look at through the studio gate motors to go inside.
Why would that be though?
Because, you know what I mean, the studio thing is not a loose thing, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, and you know, it's, as I say, it's a struggle. I forgot through it, you know what I mean? You're not going to just go studio and just get the opportunity for just go in and just go vice, you know what I mean? People have to know, you know how me get for going to King Jammins. They used to play the sound like every Wednesday evening. One evening the sound was playing and, you know, I walk over and I took the mic and, you know, I started to DJ. And, you know, King Jamins and Mama Iris, which is his wife, they were going home and they came through the gate, you know what I mean, and they heard me on the mic and they stand up and, you know what I mean, and them watch me and the youth them, whole water was me have the youth them a jump, cause, them times they don't really use them on a DJ and a jump, you understand me? I say, them use them on a DJ and a scam, so them say a different spirit, a different energy, and a different vibe, and them start hear my lyrics them now and realize, say, yo, him have talent, you know what I mean? So, after that now, it is my ticket to go inside the studio now, you know what I mean? And even to go inside the studio yard is the next thing to go in the studio.
Do you remember the first time you walked into that studio yard?
That's the first time I got through the studio. That's the first time I went in King's Jam in the studio.
What did you expect to see? What your expectations was?
Well, as I said, you want to make it happen, you know what I mean? You see all of these icons, all of these pioneers, you know what I mean? You love music, music born, you see it happen, you know what I mean? You'd love it to happen for you too. So, the heavens and the meditation was, it's always, greatness, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You just have to make a step and you just have to make a move because, I could lose hope and I could lose courage when going to studio day after day, night after night, weeks after weeks, months after months, and now I get the opportunity to even go inside the studio yard, much less to go in the devising room, you know what I mean? So it's a struggle, but as I said, from your born to do it, it's natural. From your audience to do it, no matter, the struggle and the trial where you go through. And as I said, these are they who pass through great tribulation. So nothing not come easy. It's not an overnight. You know what I mean? You have to face the struggle.
But you had the place on lockdown.
Yeah.
When you arrived, what year was that?
Well,
like?
I know, but what I was really wanting, the point that I want to make with the sound system, you know what I mean? There was a sound system from Canada called African Star Sound System.
Okay.
And he came to Jamaica and, they were looking like artists who work on the sound, And I got a cousin at a little under 50 bike. He rode and come check me and I say, yo, I hear me a new sound in the place, and them I look DJ or whatever. And, I pass through, hold the mic and start DJ. Yeah, the boss love my energy and my vibes. And, I become the top artist for that sound. You understand? So I get the opportunity to even flew out to Canada before no one even knew nothing about Capleton. You understand what I mean? I say, when I came back to Jamaica, then that is when I got hooked up, with Exterminator, Fatis through Ninja Man, because at the time Ninja Man took my style long for release and it was shelling the world, and he did like maybe about, he took the song, because long for release I was the one who wrote it, and then, the style he did like maybe about 8 or 9 songs in the melody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, he really opened my eye towards the business too, and he was the one who introduced me to Fatis too. And let Fatis know, say I was the one who wrote long for release, you know what I mean? And then Fatis say, yo, bring him to the studio, and then, you know what I mean? End up and went to the studio, link Fatis call in Firehouse Band, you know what I mean? And, we laid the rhythm and, Vice, BB Red, and, Next Dilemma again, because at those time, Exterminator and I really put out certain songs. You know what I mean? Certain hardcore song on the label. And if you check back the record right now, you realize BB Red was the only song in that manner we come out and Exterminator label. You know what I mean? So, he sent the song to some youth he had in New York that was doing some distribution for him, and the youth them, love the song because they might hear me on all of the cassettes, and they might hear me on Black Star, they might hear me on, Kilimanjaro, they might hear me on all of the big sound them. And I say, yeah, he might do him thing, and the youth them mix, master, cut stamper, drop it. When Fatis hear the sales maybe like in 2-3 weeks, Fatis on the next plane to New York City.
Wasn't that around the same time that you were dropped?
Yeah, that's
No Out for Work as well.
No, that was 89.
Because that No Out for Work was that not for Mr. Do?
No.
Who was that for?
Fatis.
Was that for?
Yeah, BB Red was Exterminator.
No, not BB Red. No Out for Work.
Number one point look good.
No Out for Work. No Out for Work.
Yeah, Mr. Do.
But that Mr. Do.
Yeah.
So when I'm just trying to make that connection of you sending your music to the States and then you ending up on Mr. Do's label as well. Because you're the sought after DJ at this time, and that's what happens.
Yeah, man.
All the producers want to get you in the studio.
Everyone. So joy and it's a blessing. We give thanks to music. And as we take it from there, and then we do number one on the Look Good chart, for Jah Life, you know what I mean? And, it keep going and it keep growing, and, you know what I mean? We love what we do, and, it's all about music, we're striving for greatness, you know what I mean? We want to set examples, we want to set the footprints, we want other youth to grow up and come see the energy, other youth emulate and, keep the vibes going, And then, after Exterminator, we take it to a next level again, it go international now, you know what I mean?
But what I want to ask you is, you was always the youth that was rocking a flat top kind of style and these things way back in the day. When did you make that decision to drop that lifestyle and have that Rastafarian lifestyle?
Yeah, well, the transition of Rastafari would have to be a must. If you listen to my music over the years, no people, when they met me, it's more time, you know, it's like they can't believe, say, you know, him not having a locks on him head, you know what I mean, in terms of the message. So we did really have it. And then we grew up amongst enough Asian too, and then, you know, we have seen the struggle that Rastafari have been through, and, you know, we have seen the discipline and the principle of Rastafari and what they stand up for in terms of the culture.
Did you ever have any doubts that when you had made that move from being the ballad to the Rasta, that your fans wouldn't have made that journey with you as well? Or was that the last thought that you had?
Well, I believe in my fans, and I know my fans believe in me, you know what I mean? And in terms of, you know, the transition, you know, we're doing it for the good, you know what I mean? And you do it for the better, it's not for the worse. And in terms of the liberty and the upliftment, you know, I know that my fans would understand, you know what I mean? Because the only reason why we'd have to DJ a certain kind of lyrics in terms of guns and girls and money and whatever is because that was what happened at the time. And then in order to get the recognition, then you'd have to go through that field. You know, every man got through that process there. But really authentically, and really that, you know what I mean? We did know, so we did have, you know, the message within inside us, and we did just want to get the opportunity to make the world know and get that recognition, and then we can show the world what we really want to do and what we really want to give them, and what we really add in us in terms of the message and the culture through the music, you know what I mean, through word, sound and power, you know what I mean? So as me say, we always strive for greatness, we always strive for upliftment, you know what I mean? We want to see the betterment of people, especially, you know, for the youth, you know what I mean? We have seen the injustice that people have been facing through a lifetime, the inequality, the manipulation, the death without dignity, the exploitation, the racism, the sexism, the illusion, the mythology, the fantasy, name it, all these, you know, biological killers, you know what I mean, the AIDS, the Ebola, you know, the SARS, the bird flu, the swine flu, name it, it goes on and on, you know what I mean? So, you know, as I say, we give thanks to this platform. You know what I mean? It gives us the opportunity to really exercise and to really excel and to really, you know what I mean, send the message out there into the earth so people can really get it and people can gravitate to it. And when we travel the world, we see how important the music is and how important the message is, because we see how the people gravitate to it and, you know, how the people treat it fragile, you know what I mean? And more time, how the people hug it up like, you know, they embrace the culture to a certain level. More time you want to feel like, you know what I mean? You will get all jealous if you see how the rest of the world like, and then I want to say, oh, but I mean, create this and I'm the creator, you know, but I just show, you know, more time some of our people don't really value the music because maybe I feel like through them I say, yo, we are the creators, so I know nothing. But, you know, it's a joy and it's a blessing, you know, music, we were ordained to do it, you know what I mean? And, you know, and as I say, we do it for the people, you know, we don't do it for the hype, we don't do it for the fame, you know what I mean? When we go out there as an artist, you know, if I'm not going to perform and go out there, when I'm out there to perform, I know, so yeah, I have to go meet the fans, I have to go do the interview, I have to go, you know, I have to go take the pictures, them, and I have to go sign the autograph, and I have to go meet the fans because they're my fans. But outside of that, I'm just a normal, humble, simple person, like a behind-the-scene person, very discreet, and you understand me, I'm very inner myself, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we not come out of ourselves, and we don't act as if the world revolve around us and it's all about us. You understand me? I say we don't deal with individualism. You understand me? I say so.
You've always kept the fire burning, Capleton, and it's always unapologetic.
Yeah.
And some would say that it's like you have a button in your head that you could press, and then it all starts to reel off. But some of the things that you've talked about over the years, we see it manifesting.
Listen now. You know what I mean? So, you know, over the years people that say, yo, I want to them Rasta money, where them get them something, where them get them thing, yeah? Them start realize now, say, all of the things that we were saying then is really happening now. So it's all about, you know, prophecy, it's all about the fulfillment. You know what I mean? So we sing about it in the song, you read about it in the Bible. You know what I mean? Everything is happening naturally right now in front of the eyes of the people. So them realize, you know, whatever we have learned the Rastaman was on, it was the right thing. Mm-hmm. And whatever them must say, see it happening and now, you know what I mean? So it's natural and it's real. So don't come out of yourself, you know what I mean? So, you know, and we still have to respect the youth them too, because what was hidden, you know, from the wise and the prudence, it's revealing now to the babe and the suckling. You know what I mean? Them didn't have to read it and not book it right on them art, you know, them born with it. You understand? So as I say, you know, when you're ardent to do something, you know, it is natural and it is real, you know what I mean?
Where do you see the music now? Because the music in Jamaica right now is very explicit, to say the least, at the best of times. Where do you see the music now?
Well, the music I got always be the music. New youths I got always rise, and you got have new experiments, and you know what I mean. But you know, the music I got always excel, and you know, as I say, it is there is no limit. It is expansive, you know what I mean. Regardless, you know, who has said this and who has said that, and a man gonna make you know say, yo, I saw him eat him food and a man that did say it to and I saw him mind him family and whatever. But you know, we just hope the youth them know say, you know, when you go through the gate or when you get the breakthrough, you know what I mean, you can keep it more positive, you know what I mean? And more meaningful and more uplifting, you know what I mean? And more time, you know, where the youth them a sing about how them live, you know what I mean? Them live where them learn, them see it happening in front of them every day. You know what I mean? So them go through it. And you know, the music just needs to go back in the ghetto. You understand? Because, you know, it's the ghetto people who feels it, you know what I mean? Them who feels it knows it. You know what I mean? They are the ones who go through the struggle. They feel the pain, they feel the pressure. You know what I mean? They carry the burden. So, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like the reggae music has come out of the ghetto at present?
Kinda, you know what I mean?
Why would you say that?
Well, as I say, the people in the ghetto, the music, it's their music, you know what I mean? As I say, they go through the pain. They are the one that can relate. Even, we're talking about even the youths them now, even the younger youths them. Most of the youth them, you know, when they go to Europe, you know, I go to Africa in certain place, you know, when they come back to Jamaica, they want to do a one-drop album.
Because they see the they see the beauty
Okay.
of it, and they see what the masses want.
What the people want, and what the masses want, and what counts, and what the people value. You understand me? I say people don't deal with foolishness and deal with rubbish out there on a wide scale. You know what I mean? So whatever going around there, so you know that them limited, but that it's limited. Some man that say them pass the airport. You know what I mean?
True.
You see me I say. But as me I say, you know, a part of the thing it go happen. You know, as me I say, new youth are gonna always arise. They are gonna have new experiment. The youth them are gonna do them thing. You know what I mean? Remember say a man them not go in a studio again. It's so easy. A man can just have a laptop and an M-box and a mic and you know what I mean, and an hard drive and you know what I mean.
Do you think that the fire that is burning right now in 2019 is slightly different? And some of the youths would admit to it because they'll be like, Seani, we have to burn the fire smart. When I chat to somebody like Chronics or one of them, they would say, Seani, it's the same fire, but we just have to burn it on a different like wavelength right now.
Well, the fire never change, you know what I mean? One fire, you know what I mean? You know, Bob Marley make you know that the only thing them can take, they can't take, is the fire. You know, the fire will live within us, you know what I mean? So, you know, we just have to know, you know what I mean? It's not for the derogatory, you know what I mean? You see me, so it's not for explicit. But, you know, the fire is definitely fire and there is no illusion towards the fire. And when we say fire, it is not in a physical term. So
explain to me what the fire is about, because some people get scared of this word.
Yeah, people get
fire,
scared
like
when they hear
come
fire.
And be our arsonists and burn down places.
But why if Capleton say fire, it is confusing or whatever. But you know, when Bob Marley say fire or Bunny Wailer say fire, Peter to say fire, Burning Spears say fire, it's the same fire.
But is it maybe because of the way you're saying it that they get frightened?
It's the same message. But when we say fire, it is not in a literal term. You know, it's not a physical thing, you know what I mean? It is metaphorical and it's come through words, it come through sound, you know what I mean? The fire is all about being yourself, know who you are, know where you're coming from in order to know where you're going. You know what I mean? Never stoop to the limitation in Babylon, never accept the stripping of the royalty and say yes, it is all good. You know what I mean? Stand up for equal rights and justice, stand up for salvation, for redemption, for repatriation, for restoration, liberation, emancipation, self-esteem, self-awareness, self-reliance, self-thought, self-control, respect, discipline, humility, diligence, tolerance, you know what I mean? And most ultimately self-determination. You understand me? I say, so when we say fire, the fire is all about roots, the fire is all about rights, the fire is all about reality, the fire is all about upliftment. You understand me? I say,
do you think that we see in 2019, we see leaders like a Marcus Garvey, a Malcolm X, a Martin Luther King? Do you think that we see leaders like that in our black communities in these time right now?
Well, you know what I mean, well the example is there and the president has said so, you know what I mean, it's up to us. You know what I mean, the whole way a leader in our own way. You understand me? I say, we just have to defend the rules, we just have to defend the culture, we just have to defend ourselves, we just have to know, you know, when His Majesty addressing, you know what I mean, he adjusts the world, you understand me? I say, some leaders and some presidents, them only address their country or whosoever they are dealing with. His Majesty defend the world, nation, all people, you know, no matter the color, no matter the creed, you know what I mean? It's one heart, it's one love, it's one aim, you know what I mean? It's one truth. When we are bonfire, when we are defend the truth, or defend people, or defend the culture, we are not, you know, pushing nothing down anyone's throat and say, yo, you're supposed to accept this and this if you do or whatever. It's up to you to know. No man can save no man. You know what I mean? Every top have to sit on their own bottom. Everyone will get PS card into their work, you know what I mean? So, you know, whatever you go out there in the world, go look for, you go find it within yourself, you know what I mean? So, you just have to be yourself and you cannot be a traitor or a sellout to your heritage and your culture and your philosophy and your curriculum and yourself as a nation or as a people, you know what I mean? So it's good over evil, as always, you know what I mean? Life over death is money over war, love over peace, you know, righteousness exalt nation, is right over wrong, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Always burning the fire. So, Capleton, when you went back to Africa, did you feel reconnected to
Definitely,
your people?
definitely.
When I've been Kenya
Definitely.
3 times, every time I step
Definitely.
off the plane in Kenya,
Yeah, you felt
like,
at home. It's
I
like
feel like
the
I'm
home.
in Kingston.
Yeah, you see
sometimes
that,
it's just
yeah.
the accent is different.
And then every man where you see resemble someone where you left back
100%.
home. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, one of them are twin. You know what I mean?
It's really, really.
You
I would advise everybody.
Yeah. That's what I want to. Because you see, people don't really. It is good to travel. So when you go out there, you can experience other people's culture, and you know what I mean. Then it will make you really appreciate of your one even more. You know what I mean? When you go out there and you know get the experience and see the world and see people and see the culture, and see the vibes and the whole energy. You know what I mean? It's a great experience. And you know, knowledge is wisdom. You know what I mean? So. The more you live, the more you learn. You know what I mean? Anyone feel like they knows it all, then they're gonna be in a big problem.
Traveling is such an important
every
thing
day
to
you will
do.
learn something new, and even the babe and suckling can teach you. Yeah.
This man has been saying it from the 90s right up over 30 years of doing this thing.
Yeah, and people say, yo, him still there.
Nah, you're still
him
there.
Still current, him still relevant. Him, you know, what him do, you know what I mean? But as I said, we stay true to the music. We value the music, you understand? We stay true to the fans, because we know it's all about the fans and not we point at them. If we don't want fans, you are nothing, you understand what I mean? So for us, it's all about the people. That's why we say, you know, the hype and, you know, the popularity and the excitement and the fame, and, you know, that's not what give for the drive, you know what I mean? It's the people who give the drive and the message, and see how the message or the reception and, you know, how the people receptive, and, you know what I mean? So that's why when I go out there, we have to stay on with A game, and, you know, we have to know, say, with deliveries and point, and, you know, we have to stay on point, and, you know, we have to make sure, say, yo, it's all about the people, it's all about the music, it's all about the message and nothing else, you know what I mean?
Now, Shango, I was going to ask for a freestyle.
Yeah.
I'm not about to ask for a
don't,
freestyle. You know why I'm going to ask for a freestyle? If people want to see the real Shango, then I'm going to forget one of your show. Just see the leap.
Yeah, man, real
It's not the real thing without the leap. But we do have Bob Marley playing in the background.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask for your a cappella, because I know say you have some form of lyrics, guy. You're a lyricist. You know?
Yeah, man.
I know you have lyrics that involve Bob Marley in it.
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to beg you a quick verse.
Don't it. Rastafari is the Almighty, man. Keep the fire burning and we can't cool, don't it? Yeah. Well, I go and kick off that door and dash where they lock them. Cause Babylon mentally trap them. Send a message to the soldiers and the cop them. When you see the innocent youth, nobody shot them. Via liquor spliff tail, nobody lock them. See the distant people, don't harass them. Tell the petty thief to stop broke the shop them. Leave the people phone them, laptop them. Stop us off the chain them and pop off the watch them. Burn out the wolf them and burn out the fox them. Tell them don't come near the flock them. The leopard them now go change them, spot them. To the medias and they distract them. Real song forget the #1 slot them. Well, I say ever see a big tune in the top 10. Them a get out and we a go stop them. Promote and load the artists them and tell us and clash them. Producers be careful but not advice and now no chat them. Or reggae for grand country and dance all I go hip hop them. Well, music a teach them a lesson and that one ya I go clap them. Tell the artists them fi cut out the crap them. Who them a chase like a woman in a frock then. Who that a call me name? They even now watch them. Keep the people focused and stop distract them. Why? JPS a shock them. NWC they a wash them. Sell out the airport with the pilot them. That's why that judgment have got clap them alright. Them stop cook I tell me have to scrap no for the pot them. Too much man I did me have to lock credit strap them. Blaze up. BBC. One extra don't
You know what? While she was performing that, before we go, you performed a show in East London one time.
Yeah.
And the weather was overcast.
Yeah, the sky was black.
It was black. You see how like it talk?
Yeah.
And as you touched the stage, Capleton,
The
sun came through.
Yo.
Do you remember that?
Until to the day.
And the man them burn a bonfire in the middle of the park. And they sit down quiet.
That was a very mystical moment.
It was a mystical moment.
You know,
that
people,
was the moment.
And it's not like it came out for long.
It just came.
It just
As you
came
touched
out
the stage, it was
you know what I mean?
overcast
Yeah,
stage.
it was a crazy event, man. I tell you, yo, people came 6 months after. You know, every radio station in England, every newspaper, everything, everybody talk about it. Yeah, man. Until today, you know, maybe sometime in America, in Africa, in Europe, you know, people always say, yo, Capleton, I was at that show, you know what I mean? And
I have to finish off the interview with that. I was there, people.
Yeah, man, the mistake.
When you say fire,
yeah, man.
See the fire, yeah.
It was real. Kuya, when them say we with the fire. Kuya. That one that name. Run, come stand up in the fire. Yeah, King Shanga represented. Don't know, Seani B down. Keep it burning, can't cool. Music is the ultimate. Music is life. It's all about love. It's all about peace. It's all about unity. Unity is definitely strength. Good over evil. More fire.
More fire.
Yeah, remember some used to make you right away. Those were the days we love you